got our demo done. We've taken it down to the studs. We're ready to put the floor in, but we got to do the flange first. We'll cut a curve for the front, and then we'll locate our drain. So this is the last piece of the flange, right up against the studs. We've got our flange up, we've cut our curb, we've got our pipe stubbed up. This is just a mock-up. So our pipe is stubbed up. So now we're going to measure our floor. So you've got to have three things involved in that. You've got to have your flange up. You've got to determine where your curb's going, and you also have to have your drain in place. So I've got my curb placed right. I've measured it off my floor so it's even, and I'm going to mark the inside of it. And I'm going to mark the outside of it for reference. So now I'm going to move this out of the way. I don't need it for a minute. Got our slip joint drain. These two pieces go underneath. This screws into it, and then these are all taken care of, you know, when you cut your pipe and you screw this back in and cut it off. You guys know all about that. So I'm gonna put a bead of caulk. I saw some guys using some of the plumber's pipe dope sticking in here, but you know, I'm gonna put some right here. And then this piece comes in top. I wanna center it up, and then these two, the gasket and the screw-in thing come in from the bottom. And I know you guys know all about these drains, because that's what you guys use in the field. And it just screws tight to the bottom. Center this back up, that way your cover fits nicely. Wipe your silicone. All the way to this corner. And then I've got my handle, my suction cup. Don't stick in the silicone because it'll ruin your day. But having this handle on here truly is nice. So I've got this floor away from the wall a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing you do with your curb. I'm going to put a bead just below the surface, and then I'll mush it back against it, and I think that'll help us out quite a bit. So now we've got it squished. I got silicone poking out of there, and now I can fill in all these sides with some silicone. And I didn't make this tight on purpose. That way I can get a lot of silicone down below the surface. And I'm going to go another bead up here. And now I've got over there, I'm going to scoot this floor this direction. That way I get a gap over here. Boom. Another bead up. And I'll just give it a quick wipe with my finger. I'm going to run a total bead of caulk on the back side of this floor. Total bead, not a pretend one, not something that's just on the surface. I'm also going to fill in these corners on each side. All right, so I'm just going to slide this back in place. And what I like to do is I push it in place and then I back it off about a 1/4 inch. And then I look down here to see I got an air bubble, an air bubble, I got an air bubble, an air bubble. So I'm going to do another bead right on top of that bead. So this bead will force that other bead down a little bit more. Now look at all that silicone I got. I'm going to check to see how my curb top is. We're level. Boom. We're good to go.